Coming up on the Daily O, severe weather continues in Oklahoma. We have how you can stay safe.
And a deadly fire turns into a search for a missing individual. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Emmy Sangblai.
And I'm Raymond Coleman. We're glad you're with us. If you haven't been keeping up with the weather, Stillwater is at high risk of severe weather tonight. The entire state of Oklahoma, including Stillwater, should be expecting heavy rainstorms with a risk of baseball-sized hail and tornadoes.
With the severe weather heading our way, let's check in with Grayson Buchanan, who's been tracking these storms throughout the day. What do we see happening, Grayson?
Yeah, guys, just like you said, severe weather, and it's actually gotten worse. As of 4:40 p.m., we are now in a tornado watch, as well as other parts of Oklahoma and the little parts of Kansas. Blaine County is also under a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30 p.m., and those tornado watches will be around till midnight. Those tornado watches will have gusts up to 80 miles per hour, and there could be hail up to 3 inches. Let's take a look at it right now, as we are not in that area just yet. It is 74 degrees and it feels like 74 with a 6-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the east. As you can see off campus, it is very cloudy as those storms are about to be rolling in. So like I said, watch out for those and we'll keep you updated all throughout the night. Let's go back to the desk for right now.
Thank you, Grayson. Controversy unfolded on campus today. Our very own Ty Gensler was there to see it firsthand.
I'm outside the library line at Oklahoma State University, where students on campus saw a pretty direct message: make abortion murder again. The group behind it is sparking debate and asking students to take a stance on one of the most diverse issues in the country. Reactions have been mixed. Some have engaged in conversations, some have walked past. But it's pretty clear that the message is not going unnoticed.
So I think there's a lot of discussion that still needs to be had surrounding abortion. I think a lot of people believe that abortion is sort of settled, like it's settled science, it's settled debate, it's settled in politics, and I really believe that the discussion is just kind of starting surrounding abortion. Roe v. Wade has been overturned. I don't think it was the success that the pro-life movement was hoping that it would be, and so we still really need to be having these conversations, and we really need to be answering the hard questions, especially on universities, places where we are supposed to be having, dialogue and thought. And so that's why we're here.
A family's daughter has gone missing after a massive fire caused damage to an apartment complex near Southeast 44th and Sunny Lane Road. The Oklahoma City Fire Department responded to what has turned out to be a mysterious apartment fire just before 1 a.m. Firefighters were told there was one person trapped inside of the building at the time of a fire, and a family claims their daughter is missing. Officials conducted 2 searches of the property, but turned up without results. The identity of the girl has not yet been released as the search continues.
A man is facing embezzlement and blackmail charges after ripping off a Little League baseball team. The man has been identified as Jeffrey Lane. Lane had been confronted over a decade ago about stealing money from a Moore Little League baseball team. The parents say the team says they paid Lane a large amount of money for t-shirts, but he never delivered. He is also wanted on criminal property damage charges in Florida. Lane is currently still in jail as he awaits a court date.
The Oklahoma County Budget Board approves $4.6 million to help struggling jail finances. The detention center was originally $5.8 million short for the current fiscal year. In both meetings, county leaders continued asking how the jail became so far behind financially in the first place. Jail Administrator Tim Carey says depending on how many inmates you have, you're going to need more money to take care of those inmates. Kimry also says that if they're in the same boat next year, he would resign.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, the world champs are giving back.
And NASA set to launch for the moon with help from a local company. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas. Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
With gas prices through the roof, players from the Oklahoma City Thunder surprised Love's customers with gift cards. The players involved were NBA MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Kenrich Williams. Customers who went to Love's gas station received the gift cards to use on their gas and other essentials they may need. Williams says gas is an everyday necessity, and for us to give back to our community in this way is important. In addition to the gift cards, the superstars took pictures and signed autographs to make an unforgettable memory.
As the Artemis II rocket launches in just a few minutes, the 4 astronauts aboard could be using instruments made right here in Stillwater. Systems like the motors that adjust the massive engines of the rocket and the safety system inside the Orion capsule are just a couple that could be used during the mission. From top to bottom, the Artemis II missions hold about 24 systems and pieces of equipment that were manufactured by Frontier Electronic Systems, which is located in West Stillwater on Highway 51. James Peak, a business development specialist at FES, says it's a truly remarkable thing coming from Stillwater and building hardware that's going to return humans to the moon. The Artemis II mission is set to launch at 5:24 local time.
Well, we've talked a lot about staying weather aware tonight, so let's check back in with Grayson, who's got what the weather conditions are looking like across the state. Grayson?
Yeah, guys, we do need to look out again for those tornado watches, but let's take a look at what the radar looks like right now and for the next couple of days. As you can see, we're coming in at the time where those storms are going to be rolling across the state of Oklahoma, going to the east. As we're going to see, we're going to be in the middle of those storms for quite a while, so be prepared and have that umbrella if you are to go outside, but try and stay safe indoors. Going on into tomorrow, we'll see that these rainstorms continue throughout the night, but we will reach a point tomorrow morning where they will clear out east and we will be in the clear for the night. Throughout the rest of the day tomorrow, we'll see those storms continuing to go east, and Stillwater will have a little bit of time to recuperate just from in the dry weather. But as we see going into Friday, those storms will come back around eventually, and we will be under another rain watch. A couple things to look out for now in severe weather season. Severe weather, like we said, we are under tornado watch until midnight. With those, we could have high wind gusts. They're saying up to 80 miles per hour at the moment, and potential hail that could be 3 inches. That's all we have for right now, but again, make sure to watch out for all of your surroundings. Let's go back to the desk.
All right, Grayson. When we return, President Trump threatens to change a historic alliance.
And it's an active day in Washington, D.C. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table. and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
President Trump is reportedly considering pulling the United States out of NATO. When asked if he would consider the U.S.'s membership in NATO, Trump said, quote, "Oh yes, I would say it's beyond consideration." He also describes the decades-old alliance as a paper tiger. This comes after NATO's refusal to send warships to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, as European leaders see any attempts as highly dangerous. Despite his feelings towards the alliance, he would need majority congressional approval to pull the U.S. out of NATO. NATO was created 77 years ago to help defend against the Soviet Union's spread of communism within Europe. The president is set to address the nation tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, saying he has an important update.
Tensions are high on Capitol Hill as the Supreme Court held arguments over President Trump's birthright citizenship order. Arguments were held for 2 hours today as the court deliberates if the order is constitutional or not. As of now, it seems the court is leaning away from approving the order. The order has previously been rejected by lower courts on the consensus of it being illegal and unconstitutional. If passed, the birthright citizenship order could have sweeping consequences. Trump was also present for the hearing, marking the first time that a sitting president has sat in on a Supreme Court hearing.
A new executive order is requiring the creation of a nationwide list of eligible voters. Signed yesterday by President Trump, this is the latest move in an attempt to restrict mail-in voting, and it's already receiving threats. Voting law experts say the order violates the Constitution by attempting to seize states' power to run elections. The order would have the Department of Homeland Security and the Social Security Administration working together to compile those voter registries. It also seeks to bar the U.S. Postal Service from sending absentee ballots to those not in each state's approved list.
A federal judge has ruled that the University of Pennsylvania must comply and hand over a list of Jewish members. UPenn must now comply with a subpoena from the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission seeking a list of Jewish community members. The federal government says that this is part of an effort to combat anti-Semitism on campus. The university had fought the subpoena, prompting a month-long court battle. Several people say the government asking for a list of names, phone numbers, and addresses felt like an invasion of privacy, evoked haunting historical comparisons. The university says this raises serious privacy and First Amendment concerns, and it plans to appeal the ruling.
Some major U.S. technology companies are on Iran's hit list as Tehran warns of imminent attacks. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has issued a threat against U.S. tech companies, warning that 18 groups could become targets. This is in response to the war between the U.S. and Iran, and employees are now being advised to leave, as attacks could start today at 8 p.m. Tehran time. The attacks would be to those campuses in the Middle East, as U.S. technology firms are working on expanding in the region. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, and Boeing are just a few among the 18 companies named as under threat. There have been no attacks as of this moment.
Cowboy baseball put an end to their losing streak. Andrew Dunham has that and more in the Sports Corner when we return.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham. Let's talk some sports. Cowboy baseball team with a chance to bounce back after a series loss to BYU over the weekend as they made their way down to Texas to take on the always tough Dallas Baptist Patriots. The Pokes beat the Patriots in convincing fashion, winning 14-5 at Horner Ballpark. Colin Bregerman led the way for the Cowboys offensively with 4 RBIs and a pair of home runs throughout the night. On the mound, Kai Fike, great name, great outing, earning the win after pitching 5 innings, giving up 1 run while tying a career high with 5 strikeouts. The Pokes started off behind going into the 6th inning, down 3-2. Then the Bats came alive with a 6-run rally. The Patriots weren't able to catch up, only tallying 2 runs for the rest of the game. Cowboys are back on the diamond on Friday to host a 3-game Big 12 series against Cincinnati. Now for the Cowboys, this is their first win at Horner Ballpark since 2018, and not only that, their first season sweep over the Patriots in a decade. But this win is still partially overshadowed by the inconsistency of the Pokes so far this season. Coming off the aforementioned letdown series loss to BYU, where the Cowboys were walked off via home run not once, but twice. Josh Holliday touched on how the team overcame the mental block.
We've faced some challenges that have put us in a position where we're forced to grow, adjust, and adapt. And if we do that, we got a fighting chance. And that's what I've asked the kids to do, and they're responding to that. So take it one day at a time. Today's challenge was a good one, and we handled it. That's all you can ask. And other than that, learn from it, assess how it happens, try to figure out how to correct it. And when you encounter it again, hope that you can handle it better than you did the time before.
With basketball season coming to a close, the transfer portal now becomes crucial to both men's basketball coach Steve Lutz and women's basketball coach J.C. Hoyt. Starting with Cowgirl basketball, they're already making some moves, securing the D2 National Player of the Year. Telexa Weeder commits to the Cowgirls after averaging 27.5 points and 8.9 rebounds a game as a junior for Fort Hays State. This is huge for the Cowgirls, given the large number of players Hoyt has already lost in the portal. And just as one Cowgirl transfers in, a Cowboy transfers out. Freshman guard Daniel Guetta is the first to go as we await
and anticipate more movement on Steve Lutz's team. Moving to the golf course, Oklahoma State's very own Grace Kilcrease is making her debut at one of the most prestigious amateur tournaments in the world. The senior fired a 3-over par 75 to leave her sitting tied for 57th place. Kilcrease earned her invitation to compete at the 2026 Augusta National Women's Amateur back in January. She becomes the 6th cowgirl to be invited to the tournament. The women's amateur will span the next 4 days. You can catch Kilcrease back in action tomorrow as she tees off at 8:44 a.m. tomorrow morning. Heading on to the track, cowboy and cowgirl track and field continue their outdoor season in Texas. The Pokes are down in Austin for Texas relays today through Saturday. The meet is starting off slow with only the women's heptathlon and men's decathlon events. Tomorrow the pace picks up with prelims in field events and most women's running events. This is just their 3rd outdoor meet of the season, so be on the lookout for any big performances and new records. That's a look today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. A young boy's kindness inspires many. Emmy and Rama have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, the things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
A real wake-up call came from New York. Riley Cohen has that and more in your A-List update. Riley?
Thanks, Emmy. Megan Thee Stallion has spoken out on Instagram after departing the Broadway show Moulin Rouge. Megan left mid-show last night and was hospitalized due to extreme exhaustion. The Houston rapper explained that she's been pushing the limits of her body and called Tuesday's health scare a real wake-up call. Megan wrote on Instagram, quote, "I've been pushing myself past my limits lately, running on empty, and my body finally said enough," end quote. Megan explained that she thought she was going to faint on stage and tried to push through her performance, but she just couldn't. The 31-year-old calmed her fans' worries and promised she would be back on the Broadway stage for Thursday night's show. Fans attending Tuesday's show at the All Hirschfeld Theater in New York were informed Megan fell ill and wouldn't be continuing her role as Zidler for the rest of the evening. A representative for Megan told Billboard, quote, "Megan was transported to a local hospital to undergo a medical evaluation after experiencing concerning symptoms. Doctors ultimately identified extreme exhaustion, dehydration, vasoconstriction, and low metabolic levels as the cause of her symptoms," end quote. Megan Thee Stallion made history when she became the first female identifying performer to play Zidler. That's all I have for your A-List update. I'll go ahead and send it back to the desk.
A simple gesture from a toddler takes the world by storm. Ashlyn Drew took her 3-year-old son Hudson to McDonald's. During that trip, Hudson saw a man sitting by himself, eating alone, and asked his mom if he could sit with him. Ashlyn caught the interaction between Hudson and Dan Taylor, the 87-year-old man, and shared it with the world on TikTok. Within days, the video racked up millions of views and comments praising the video's message of kindness. But the connection goes deeper. Dan spoke to Ashlyn after the encounter, and she learned that Dan was close with Ashlyn's great-grandparents. Further proof of how one random act of kindness brings us closer together.
Now, Raymond, we've just got breaking news from the Sports Corner with Andrew Dunham joining us at the desk. What can you tell us, Andrew?
Well, Amy, breaking news. This is unprecedented events, ladies and gentlemen. Oklahoma State fans, you might want to sit down for this one because a rumor that started circulating online is now turning out to be true. Get ready for a bold new look and a shocking switch up. After borrowing parts of the University of North Texas coaching staff, OSU is reportedly adding green to its logo as a tribute to that team in Denton, the Mean Green. Design mock-ups show the classic orange and black new outlines with a bold green accent, giving the Cowboys a modern twist while honoring the legendary Mean Green. Identify that now makes up OSU football.
Okay, well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Grayson Buchanan has our 7-day forecast. Grayson?
Yeah, guys, weather's been crazy today, and let's take a look like what it's going to be like for the rest of the week. As we can see, we had a high of 84 today with the rain coming and the rain coming back on Wednesday. As we go past it, we will see that the temperatures are going to drop on Saturday with a high being of 64. But as we get to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we're going to see the sun come back out with the highs getting back up into the 70s on Tuesday. Well, guys, I'm going to have to change up my wardrobe from black to green.
You guys have any questions? This is an unprecedented event, like I said, and I also want to let you know, April Fools, guys, come on now. Look, I appreciate North Texas for everything they did. Eric Morris, Drew Mestamaker, Wyatt Young, Caleb Hawkins and company. I think they're going to help turn around Oklahoma State football, but they're going to keep repping the orange and black. Come on, guys.
I do not look good in green.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know about you. I look great in green, but you definitely threw me off.
Was I pretty good?
That was pretty good. That was good because I didn't know beforehand. I was definitely, obviously thrown off, but that's okay. Great April Fool's joke. I liked it.
I had to enhance my inner Zach Berger on those breaking news, so shout out to our sports director as well.
That's great. That's great. Well, no more pranks. That's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily-O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily-O, I'm Raymo Coleman.
And I'm Emmy Sangalai. Have a great night, everyone.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that and had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at home feeling.